Welcome to Weekends in My Garage. In today's video, we'll be test driving and looking at the CX-70. A couple weeks ago, I posted a video on the Mazda CX-90. In this video, we'll be looking at the features of the CX-70 and comparing it against the CX-90. I want to thank Mazda of Annapolis for lending me this vehicle to do this test drive. So let's talk about this CX-70. So this CX-70 is the 3.3 Turbo Premium. The exterior color is a polymetal gray metallic, and the interior is black leather, as you can see. And in terms of the engine, we have the 3.3 liter inline-six turbo engine, which produces 280 horsepower, 332 pounds-feet of torque. This has the hybrid boost, and of course the Skyactiv drive 8-speed automatic transmission. In terms of the other features, from an interior perspective, we have 8-way power driver seats with lumbar support and 2-position memory, and then we also have this is a 5-passenger configuration. So we have the 2 bucket seats in the front, the bench in the back, as you can see here. In terms of the instrumentation cluster, we obviously see here the the center dash has the 12.3 color center display, and you see I have my Android Auto already synced up with the infotainment system. In terms of the climate controls, here are the climate controls. This has the heated seats, but not the air-conditioned seats. So you have to go up to, I believe, the premium S package to get the fully air-conditioned seating, meaning cooling as well as in heating. Does have the Bose sound system, you can see here. And in terms of trim, we have here sort of silver accents with sort of a faux leather on the dashboard, plastic on the door. Switch gear has a solid feel to it with some silver accents you can see here. Coming over to the steering wheel, have the standard stuff in terms of setting your cruise control, operating the infotainment system, making phone calls, etc., etc. In terms of the steering wheel size and feel, it's pretty good size. Feels pretty strong. So it's pretty hot out here. That's why I'm starting my discussion about this car on the inside first. It has heads-up display. I don't know if you can see that. It has heads-up display as well. Has a it's a standard mirror. I think the e-mirror is a feature on the higher end model of this particular CX-70. And so I go to the top. We have a sunroof, not the panoramic roof. That is a offering of the S model, premium S model. Take a look in the back. As you can see, here we have bucket seats, pretty standard. And we have the pull-up screen, protect those kids you have in the back seat from sun. Airbags all around. Let's look at the glove compartment. Sizable glove compartment. And we have here M drive, so you can change from sport to normal or to off-road and back to sport. I'm gonna go back to, let me go to sport because I want to see how this responds. Obviously you have the shifter here, and this is part of essentially how you control the infotainment system. You have touch screen for Android Auto and AirPlay, but when you're not using those, you have to use this dial to navigate the various different functions of the infotainment system. This is the knob, obviously, for the volume control, and this is for your presets for various different stations you may have. And this is your parking to lock the car in place when you're on a hill. Pretty standard stuff. You know, Mazda makes solid cars. This seems to be just as solid and as the CX-90. Not much difference from the CX-90 in terms of some of the fit and finish and quality. The big difference is the rear. We're going to go back there in a second. All right, let's take a look at the back. And so this is, again, this is the CX-70, not the CX-90. So CX-70, one of the cool things about the CX-70 is if you're a person who doesn't need a third row because you don't have a bunch of kids and you're going to need more of the utilitarian aspects of your SUV, this is the Mazda you should be looking at if you're interested in Mazdas, because it has obviously fold down 60/40 in the second row, but you don't have that third row. You know what I mean? You have a clean space to obviously put a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff in here. And let's take a look at some other things here. So you've got the LED lighting. You have a little area here for storage. Obviously you have here a cigarette lighter, 120 volt, 12 volt, 120 volt, 120 wattage. And then has some hooks here, so you can obviously attach whatever you need to attach and secure in the back. Also has some areas here you can do some additional storage. And by pressing this button here, seats go down. That's pretty cool. So the seats fold down flat by the touch of a button. They go down by the touch of a button. They do not come back. You got to manually bring those back up. Coming back to the trunk area, I wanted to share one thing with you. So with the second row seats up, you have 50 inches in length to store as much as you want to store. Now I'm going to lower these, and then I'm going to extend my tape measure to the front row. And with the front row, you have roughly 84 inches, 7 feet. So if you have something 7 feet long with the second rows down, you can put a lot of stuff in here. Just check out the width. Let's check out the width. So end to end width, we have approximately 42 inches. So you got 50 inches to the second row and 84 inches to the first row. If you drop the first row, drop the second row seats down, that's a lot of space. All right, so let's take a look in the back here. So as you can see, the seat is up. So let me pull it up here, and obviously your latches for child safety seat. Here's your shade, manually. No power adjustments here. Large cup holders. It's very, very important. Rear climate control with USB-Cs, very good to have. These are not ventilated or heated seating. It's only air conditioning in the back. 2 cup holders. We bring this one up. You have your headrest, obviously, and no power adjustment. So you have to click this to obviously do any reclining you want to do in the seat. So let's look at the exterior styling. This is this polished metal gray. It almost has a slight tint of a blue in it, but I like the black chrome on this. It's very attractive. As you can see, there's some slight subtle differences between the CX-70 and CX-90. CX-90 has a different front fascia from the CX-70. This is the difference here, right here. So you have large tires here. You have these are 21-inch tires, rims. In terms of the styling, it's no different from the CX-90. It's just CX-70. Has all the same mechanical features of the 90. The, the biggest difference, no third row. And you see the cap is a dark color to match the dark railing. And handles are dark as well. It's an attractive vehicle. So I have the CX-70 in sport mode. Heading back to the dealership. Let's see what kind of ride it has. It should have the same smooth, compliant ride as the CX-90. Just checking up the heads-up display. On the heads-up display, tells me to make a left turn at Admiral Drive. It has my speed. It's beautiful. Good, yeah, there you go. Rev it up a little bit. Purposely looking for some bumps to see how 21-inch rims and tires feel in terms of suspension. It should feel just like the CX-90, and so far so good. Feels the same. Stopping here at this stop sign. Make a right here. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. It feels just like the CX-90, and the CX-90 is a smooth SUV. Now, if you want to see a longer point of view of the driving experience of the CX-90, or I should say of the SUV experience, check out my other video on the CX-90. I drive that on the highway. This is essentially the same vehicle as the CX-90. Again, as I mentioned before, just without a third row. Like I said, it feels good, looks good. Pulling into the dealership, and I'm gonna wrap this video up. So we're at the end of this video. So I will say this is a nice Mazda SUV. As expected, the CX-70 is just like the CX-90, a very, very fine SUV. Has all the appropriate features that I like in an SUV. So therefore, I'm going to put this in my garage. In terms of just the utilitarian aspect of this vehicle, it actually suits me better today than it does the CX-90. Reason why is I have a daughter, and she is 17, getting ready to go off to college. If she was say 12 when we were doing basketball stuff, and I'm toting kids back and forth between games and stuff, the CX-90 with the third row probably be the choice back then. But right now, I think this will be a better choice for what I like to do today and in the future. So if you have any comments, share your thoughts about the vehicle, Mazdas in general. But until then, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out for more future videos, test drives of other vehicles in the future from Mazda, Kia, Audi, Genesis. I'll see you next week. And until then, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. Take care.